Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. If you haven't already, please click that button and subscribe to our channel. On the menu today, and as you can see right there, we've made some beautiful cannelloni. Pasta tubes with a spinach and ricotta filling. Really easy. What I've done today is I'm using a no cook or no pre-cook cannelloni. The tubes stay rigid and they go straight into the oven. They're really easy to feel that way. I like that. So we've got ricotta, spinach. I've got a little bit of nutmeg in there, onion, garlic, some oregano, salt and pepper, and of course a tomato sauce or pasta sauce. So simple, absolutely lovely. Let's go and do it. So what we're going to need, I'll just run through a few ingredients. I've got some cooked, chopped spinach. You could use fresh or frozen, or even a can if you wanted, if you drained it nicely. Some ricotta cheese of your choice. Here I've got some pasta sauce. I'm not going to show you how to make that today because it's quite long-winded. There's a link on the channel, so if you want to go and find out how to make that, go and check it out. Or you can use one of those jars or something. I don't really like them, but lots of people do. Tiny little bit of onion, some Parmesan cheese. Of course, there's our pasta tubes, our cannelloni, and that is about it. I'm going to run through some other tips and stuff. I mean, this, for example, this pasta is a no cook. There's no need to cook it. We can just make our mixture, pump it inside, and it will cook in the oven. There are other types where you have to cook it. It can be a little bit messy. I think these are great, really sort of convenient. That's about it. I'm going to stick a little bit of nutmeg in, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of oregano, salt and pepper, just to kind of get our spinach full of flavour. So I'm going to start off with a pan. I've got a little bit of olive oil in there. Nice quality olive oil. I'm going to drop in those onions. I'm using a red onion, but you can use white or brown, of course. I'm going to add to that a tiny amount of garlic, which is really finely chopped. And again, as you can see, the onions are chopped quite small. Today I'm going to be using a little bit of oregano or oregano. We'll get some pepper in there. A little bit of salt. And let's just gently cook these. We don't want to fry the life out of them. We want them to be nice and soft, not kind of dark and burnt. So I'll be back here in like 90 seconds, I reckon. So at this stage I'm now going to drop in my spinach, my chopped spinach. What we're doing here really is just getting some flavour into this spinach. If you think about it, ricotta is not a really strong flavoured cheese, and spinach itself is not a strong flavoured vegetable. So adding this bit of onion, garlic and a few little herbs, I think makes a big difference. So we're going to throw this around in the pan. We can cook this for about just 2 to 3 minutes on a kind of medium heat. Now I'm going to put in, which I like, a little bit of nutmeg. Just a couple of pinches of that. I like that flavour in here. So once we've got this cooked through a little bit, some flavour happening there, we're ready for the next stage. Okay, so as you can see, we've now got a nice mixing bowl. I've got my ricotta cheese there, my spinach, and a little bit of Parmesan. The ratio is entirely up to you. Some people like it with just a little touch of spinach. Some people like more spinach. So just play around with it and see how you get on. Simply, we're going to get this all mixed together. Give this a nice stir. I'll be back here in just a moment when it's all done. So that's perfect for me. That's a nice mixture. I'm happy with the balance of that. Okay, now for our pasta, our cannelloni. As I said, these guys, no need to boil them. Try and look out for them because it can be a real pain. Otherwise you've got to cook them or half cook them. They get a little bit floppy and they're not very manageable because what you need to do now is pump that filling in. So like this, they're nice and sturdy, they're great, and then you just put them into a baking tray. Now, you can use a spoon to do this, or like I use, I've got like a icing bag, or, you know, something to sort of pump stuff in. Makes loads of sense to me. I've not used any of the nozzles, you know, on the end. I've just kept it whole like that, which fits perfectly in there. So simply what we're going to do now is hold your finger on one end, fill it with the filling, set them all aside. Okay guys, so I've got my bag full there. I mean, like I said, you can do this with a spoon if you want, it's just a bit messier. Hold it goes there, and I'm just going to pump it in. Clean it up at the end, just to do that. Absolutely perfect. Really simple. And because these are cook in the oven type pasta, it's so simple. Like I said, they're nice and rigid. We're going to repeat that process. Then we'll move on to the next stage. Okay, so as you can see them right there, pumped full really nicely, really convenient. Let me just talk about this pasta first of all. This is not a product endorsement. I'm just going to show you the brand I'm using, which is that guy there. But there are loads of other brands that also do a, you know, no pre-cooking. I find this really convenient. I also, I think the same with lasagna. Lasagna sheets that you can bake straight away, I just find really convenient. Otherwise it becomes a real pain making lasagna. They work well for me anyway. So, right, we've got them pumped up and full. Beautiful. The next step is an oven dish. And there we go. I've put a little bit of, as you can see, our tomato sauce in there. And simply we're going to lay these guys in. Lay them all in. Of course, if you wanted, you could add a bechamel or a white cream sauce to this. That's up to you guys. Let me push these down a bit and get a couple down the side. There you go, beautiful. So, in they go. We're going to go a little bit more of our sauce. I'm not going to go crazy with the sauce, you don't have to put loads on. Just give it a little spread out. Going to finish that off with some grated parmesan, or cheese of your choice. I just prefer parmesan on this one. Some black pepper. And then just follow the instructions on the packet of the pasta really. These ones are going to go in my oven at about 200 degrees, middle shelf for about 30 minutes. Why not, while we're here, just a little bit of oregano. And that is so simple and so easy. So I'm going to pop that in the oven now for 30 minutes. Okay, so there we go. Absolutely delicious. That was in my oven for 30 minutes at 200. I did preheat the oven, by the way. So simple, using the no-cook pasta. You can do it the other way, of course, if you want. And if you like, you could add some bechamel sauce, although I find that unnecessary because there's a lot of cheese in there already. I mean, I think that the tomato sauce works perfectly. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you soon. Lots of love.